procedure. Yeah. Okay, technically or principally, what is your duty? Should we make you responsible for her happiness, or we should make them responsible for your happiness? How would you like? Huh?
Should be both ways.
What?
Should be both ways.
Both ways, because you are in America.
Well, it's your file, so in order to live, you have to take care of each other.
Because here it is possible, both are pharmacists, both are engineers. Come on. We are in search of truth and we are trying to investigate the truth. We are not here to blame others.
Taking care of each other doesn't really necessarily mean that they will be happy. We have to make all the effort has to be there. We are responsible to make all the effort, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they will be happy.
There should not be any aspect of escapism.
But that is not escapism.
Yeah.
Fulfilling your duty and carrying that guilt with you, if in case if somebody is not happy.
In case.
But making her happy is your own personal happiness.
Okay.
So both people are happy.
So how will you do that? Can you say that you have to take care of her desires? See, it's like when you're alone, you are the master or king of your desire. You do whatever you want. But now what? Is it possible that you make her decide for you? America, my God. Principally, we're talking about principally. There is a saying, if you want to avoid clash, then make the other person decide. Let him decide, let her decide. And everyone is very happy if you leave the decision on them. Try sometime. Just think, in any situation, if you are given a choice to make a decision, how would you like? And if someone else make a decision for you, how would you like? Investigate. Ask for yourself. And then I will tell how I do in various situations that I come across. What do you feel? What do you feel? How do you feel? If someone makes a decision for you, how would you like? There is also one more aspect. If someone says that, okay, Dada is going to make a decision for us, what is or what would be your reaction?
Go with the decision he makes.
Huh?
Accept the decision he makes.
Accept. Suddenly whatever you say is final. Amar, what do you think? how do you feel? Come on. If Dada makes any decision for us, do you have any problem?
No.
Never. What if someone else make a decision for you? Kushal, are you confused? Tired?
Listening to you very nice.
Oh. Don't be a silent listener. Huh?
So the trick is to treat everyone as if they're Dadaji, right?
I didn't get. Just repeat.
The trick is to act as if everyone is Dadaji. Like you just accept what they say, no matter what.
In a way, it's not a trick, but it's like I have observed that if I make any decision and others have to follow, then there are too many restrictions or too many objections. But if I leave the decision to them, they're very happy. Just think, if you are making a decision for your child, daddy is always like that. You are very mean. That's a wonderful term. I was not getting initially when I came here a few years, several years back. They used to say, Abdul is very mean. I was just not getting, what do they mean by that? But now I understand. Mean means that you don't listen to them, you just want others to do their way, our way. So imagine if you are someone is making a decision for you, how would you like it? And then, do you have a choice? Okay, we'll take an example. Sejal, if your husband make a decision for you, how would you like?
You feel restricted?
You feel what?
Restricted.
Huh?
Limited.
Restricted.
Restricted.
You feel restricted
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Speak in the mic. It's better for the video also. It's for the later purpose.
I worked in a project company, so we used to undertake, contracting company. Our department used to undertake projects. They were turnkey projects, and we used to interact with our principals who were from outside, that is Western Europe or America, like that. And they used to come to our office for some meeting and all that, and I saw them talking. They are always very clear, they never speak very fast. No hurry in that. They want you to listen to them. Not that way, but this is how, if you want to communicate, then you should ensure that whatever you deliver, the other person receives it. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't you ensure that? That's how they do in digital parity checking. Anyway, that's a technical term again. The guy from economics will say. So it's like, if you send some money to someone, then won't you ensure that they have received the money? Of course, see, you want to ensure all those things, but what about this? But when we are not very confident, then we are afraid. That's how we don't speak. We speak as if we are talking to ourselves. Does that happen?
Doesn't it happen that many times when you give your opinion, it seems that you're making a decision? Because your opinion seems to have that tone that says that, okay, you shouldn't do this.
So, see, the question now is, when you are with someone, if you leave the decision on the other person, it is always your communication, your association stays safe, happier. But what is there? What do you gain in the bargain? What do you achieve? See, when you make others happy or make accept their decision, they are very happy. But by following or accepting their decision, maybe you will end up in a trouble, discomfort, whatever. What would you do? And also Dada has also said one more thing, that as you become pure, then things will happen as per your desire. When you deal with Dadaji, would you thirst your opinion on him, or you would like what he wants? What is it? Normally, what is our understanding? What does our heart say? That if we are dealing with Dadaji, whatever he says, we are happy with him. What is it? Right?
Yeah.
But when we are with others, that time what happens? We want others to listen to us. Is it not so?
Yeah.
We can say that is why he is Dada. And we all love him. But by doing this, does he have to pass through difficulties? What we call as inner penance, antartap. The reason, okay, another example. Whoever who are all mothers now, or they were mothers or fathers, kids never listen to you. And many times you have to listen to them. Right? What do you get in return? You have to suffer. And you do suffer. But what is that? Do you accept that suffering happily? You only know one thing. Okay, he is happy, she is happy, I am also happy. Doesn't that happen? But what happens with elders? Are we willing to give up? Should we give up? Does Dada give up many times or every time? See, these are the things you really have to think. Jai Sachidananda. So this is the master key. When you are alone, you are the king of your desire. You can decide whatever you want, nobody is going to question you. But when you are with someone and you want to be humble, what would you do? You will allow other person to make a decision? You know nowadays what is Dadaji doing, which we are observing? He opens the mouth of the lion, puts his head inside and sees whether he is biting me or not. Do you understand? You open the mouth of the lion, put your hand inside and see whether he is biting you or not. If it is there in your vyavasthit, he is going to bite you, not otherwise. How do you like that? It is almost like that. Almost like that. And if you really observe that, so what I do, when I am alone, I am king of my decision. But when I am with other Aptaputras, What am I supposed to do? If I make any decision which affects any one of them or any other person, which is possible, then they may not like it. So I leave those decisions on them only. You say, what shall we do?
What if your decision's better?
Huh?
What if your decision's better than theirs?
But who decides that?
It's not important better or not. They should not feel hurt. I take another case. Dadaji is there and Dadaji tells us, okay, now you do satsang. What would be our reaction? Okay, Dadaji is there, we are also sitting here, and Dadaji tells us, one of us, okay, you do satsang. How would you like? What is your expectation? Would you be happy if we do satsang, or would you be happy if Dada does satsang?
Whatever you want.
No, but first we like to listen to others.
You not come here to listen to us. When Dadaji is there, you would like to listen to him only. Be fair in your dealing, interaction is important.
But you're doing it as per his wish. So he has asked you guys to do it. So it's different.
I'm not saying that. What would you like? He will tell so many things. But what would you like? You know, some of you may say like that Dada said all that, but shouldn't you tell that, no Dadaji, you do satsang, we're all there. If he tells us to do satsang, why can't we tell him to do satsang? Which one is better? Dadaji, I don't want to disrespect you. But I feel that they're all here to listen to you. I won't say no, but why can't I say that? And imagine, apart from that, Dada told one of us to do satsang, and he does satsang from beginning to end, 2 hours. Now what will be your reaction? Okay, Dada told you to do satsang, but he never meant to do satsang for all the 2 hours. Shouldn't you realize that? That we were not waiting to listen to you, we were all here to listen to him. Won't you say that? And where is the humility? There has to be some factor of humility somewhere. We know that in the presence of elders you are not supposed to say anything. So the elders may say, why does he have to say first of all? First of all, why does he have to say that? See, I'm telling, there was a time, the difference between him and us hasn't changed. Agree or you don't agree? It's like if you have become smart, he has become smarter. No? Yes? Thinking. It's like evaluating. Recalculating. The age difference between you and your mom, does it change? You might have become father, you might have become grandfather, but difference between you and your mom is same. So you have to act as humbly as you were previously and now also. No? Or yes? Just because you're a grandfather now, you should not accept her as your mom and act like a child. Does that make any sense? This is not American way of thinking, but what we mean the Western way of thinking. They call people with their first name only. They have no problem. Because time is up. Oh, so sorry.
take you a couple of minutes to wrap up, but everybody's going to stay here and the other group's going to join us. Tamaru.
So, the master key lies in this. When you're alone, you make your own decision, nobody's going to question you. But when you are with someone, leave your decisions on them. They'll feel so happy. Of course, in the bargain, you may have to pass through difficulties, but that you have, it's like a accepted difficulty. Because you know that they are happy. If they are happy, you are happy, because it doesn't make any difference to you. Okay? Think about it. Yes.
Question. આપણે તમે કીધું કે બીજા સાથે હોય તો let them make the decision. ને એમાં એ ડિસિઝનમાં સત્સંગમાં જવાની ના આવી તો કે અહીંયા નથી જવાનું ને ત્યાં નથી જવાનું આપણે બર્થડે પાર્ટીમાં જવાનું છે ગમે તે એવું આવ્યું તો ડિસિઝનમાં is that follow along with that or
ના એટલે એ પછી જોવાનું કે આપણે બર્થડે પાર્ટીમાં જઈએ પણ બર્થડે પાર્ટીમાં 4 કલાક રોકાવાની જરૂર નથી. એટલે આપણે જઈને નીકળી જઈશું. નહીં તો તમે એમ કરજો, તમે હું તમારી જોડે આવું, પછી તમને ડ્રોપ કરીશ, તમે લોકો રહેજો, પછી હું સત્સંગમાં જઈશ, સત્સંગમાંથી તમને પિકઅપ કરીને પાછો આવીશ. દેટ ઇઝ ફાઇન. પણ આપણે ખાલી ઇરિટેટ જ થઈએ તો એનો જવાબ ના આવે. આપણે રસ્તો કાઢવાનો, એટલે એમને પણ સંતોષ થાય કે તમે આવ્યા. તમને આખો દિવસ હવે સત્સંગ જ દેખાય છે. આ લોકો તો જાણે કશું છે જ નહીં. યુ કાન્ટ ડિસરિસ્પેક્ટ ધેમ. યુ હેવ ટુ બી સોશિયલ ઓલ્સો. બધું કહેશે તમને. એટલે કે આપણે નાની પડાય પછી તમે બાવા નથી થઈ ગયા એમ કહેશે, બધું કહે. એટલે તમારે જવાનું, આવી રીતે કરીને એડજસ્ટમેન્ટ કરીને આવવાનું. ટોટલી નહીં આવે તો લોસ કરીએ આપણે. એટલે આપણે કહીએ કે જેટલું જવાયું એટલું તો આવે. 10 minutes, if 10 words also go inside, it will help us. પણ તમે આ બધું શેના માટે કર્યું તો કે એમને દુઃખ ના થાય ને. That is more important. આજે you know the importance is no one should feel hurt. Is our central criteria. Because if someone gets hurt, they're going to retaliate one way or the other. એટલે કીધું કે કોઈની જોડે વેર ના બંધાય એવી રીતે રાખજો. અને ઘરમાં વધુમાં વધુ વેર બંધાય. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. Doctor is here.
Patient has to go.
No.
But one doesn't know who is patient.
My time is over. Your time starts. Yes.
If that decision is for the third person and that third person is not going to happy with that decision, and like I'm talking about husband, wife for the kids.
Whatever it is, you should not have any conflict. Priority is between you. You understand? Okay, let's imagine that what Jignesh is saying is wrong. And you want to, you insist that okay, this is how it should be. So what Jignesh is telling, that this is what we should do to judge, but you don't agree. But then, if you don't agree with him, then there will be a conflict between you. So this is not right.
But the judge is also not going to happy. Then what?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Certain things you have to leave it to nature to come to that conclusion that he was wrong. So you leave it there, but don't go against him. So if you agree with him, then he'll be happy. But because the decision was wrong, the outcome of that decision will be negative. So that itself is enough to teach him that lesson. And if he doesn't agree to that or accept that, maybe he has to wait for another bigger loss, bigger situation wherein he gets hurt more. And maybe then he will realize that what he decided was wrong. You understand? Although you know it is wrong, but he is not accepting. So let the situation give him answer instead of you telling him. Do you understand? But your communication will remain one and happy. That is very important. Certain times you know things are wrong, but you have to tell the situation to come and tell him or tell the other person. Understand? Of course, that needs a lot of patience. Yes.
But
Yes, Chidan. Huh?
But isn't it wrong to, if you see something that is potentially harmful, isn't it your duty to? It's
You
hurting that
explain
person.
everything, you have right to explain, but still if the other person insists, then what? See, the difference between you is very important. You have to remain one. And if something is wrong, eventually it will surface out. You don't have to say that. If the situation says that, he will accept it, but if you tell, he will not accept it. Now, let the situation tell. He will accept it. Then he says, I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Never mind, then you don't even talk about that. But he has already got the lesson about that. Right? Jai Satchidanand.
Break up here before the next thing starts. This is the session for up to 44. 45 and up. You can relax for a while. Sorry for the tight program, though, then I just have made it. Three, 4 minutes. Huh? Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, you're watching it. Okay, because I think they said 3:45.
Yeah, but it's already starting at 3:15, so maybe 5 minutes allowed.
Okay.
Because there's a tea time only hour.
Yeah.
Nobody's waiting. See, it's already 15 minutes late, and another 2-3 minutes to be because he is his duty as a time manager. I have to just request him. If he says no, it's
Before really I go into my next session, if I can have a little humble input on what was going on last, the discussion which was going on at the tail end as the people come. If we consider the scenario where we have best friend with us, and something is going on, but something is to be discussed or decided, how do we go about that? When we have best of best friends with us, we may discuss heartily, we may go a long way, whatever, but at no point of time we feel that our hearts are separate. And usually we get in an amicable way to the correct point most of the times, because that's the scenario where the hearts are open and aligned, I would say. And when the hearts are open and aligned, I think matters are not difficult that way. But here what happens, I think, is on the surface we are best friends, but in the underground, somewhere, sometime, some way, the egos has been separated out. And they sit on the perception. Perception may be different, that can happen. Dadaji said the spaces are different, so thoughts would be different. But when mind sits onto that perception, it is my perception, my thinking, my view, then I think probably it becomes a little difficult. Otherwise, in a friendly manner, I think we can go a long way to even discuss, or I would say debate also, and without any distance at the level of heart. So I think husband and wife, Dadaji rightly said, should live in a best friendly way. Am I right? The issues are not usually measured. Maybe it can be discussed. It can be discussed at length also. But keeping this in mind, I think. Second thing I was trying to learn for myself, that we associate our I-ness and my-ness with one particular event or one particular discussion. Next moment the discussion may be very harmonious, but that one particular phase of discussion, and because my I is attached there and my is attached there, it leads to shadows on all future discussions or all future events. That's how we do not know how to dissociate ourselves and do it objectively rather than subjectively. It's okay for that matter. This is okay, fine. Next matter, well, fine. So Dadaji said, how fast you become normal. There was some difference. Okay, can you become normal next moment? Or as fast as possible? Probably not. We do not come to normalcy for the days together. So these are the, I think, areas where we can do the Purusharth. Some small simple things. Okay, so my job is on Samayik and Pratikraman. So everything goes in tandem, it's not different. But the whole idea is if we can objectively know the best things and go back and practice the extent possible. So if I have to say a few words about, because already we are 3:20, so we are hardly left out to 25-30 minutes, that's okay. Samayik in Pratikraman, as such, technically speaking, Samayik is to stay and remain stabilized in our own nature of Shuddhatma, as knower and seer of anything and everything. File number 1, getting into discussion, debates, differences. I am not that. I am Shuddhatma, knowing and seeing file 1, getting into differences or having the differences. If I can see it, I am in Samayik, file 1 gets resolved. But we all experience that during the day, though we have Pratiti and Laksh, we may not be exactly able to stay in that state, right? And we also know that whenever we can stay like that,